The next one is the geographical top level domains. Now, this type of application basically denotes a particular geographical region, ethical, social, or cultural representation. Now, in order to get your domain name registered in this category, there is some support needed from the local government. Some of the examples of this category are .africa, .amsterdam, .budapest, .boston, .dubai, and .london. The brand top level domain. Now this is the most important category of the generic top level domains. Now, as I've already said that instead of using Amazon.com, Amazon can directly use .amazon. Similarly, there are a lot of companies who have filed in this category like .apple, .abbott, Accenture, Amazon, Google, Android, a family company. Now comes the internationalized domain name. Now, in a simpler term, these kind of generic top-level domains means that you can apply in a particular language. For example, you can apply for your domain name in Russian language, in Japanese language, in Chinese language. It depends upon your customer base. So you can apply according to that in this category. Then the brands not only have just filed their applications in the first round, some of the brands are actually started using these generic top-level domains. For example, Barclays is using home.barclays now. Fox is using nick.fox. Bing, is the most popular search engine, it is using search.bing. Similarly, BMW has also started using .bmw. Entity, it's a Japanese telecom company which has started using action.entity. So all of these companies have dropped the conventional .com domains and instead they have started using their own brand top-level domains. Now, what next? Well, the ICANN on 7th February 2012 have declared that there will gonna be another opportunity to apply for the generic top-level domain. This is what we call a round 2. So the next round will provide the window of opportunity to the companies who are willing to apply for the similar top-level domains. And there are actually a lot of companies who are desperately waiting for this next window of opportunity. But according to ICANN predictions, the next window of opportunity will not going to be open before mid-2018. Now, how companies or brands can prepare themselves for the round 2? Now, the simple calculation is that you just learn from the mistakes of the first round in order to prepare the strategies for the second round. Now, there are a lot of things to keep in mind to prepare yourself for the second round. The first one is the objections. Now, there are several objections which have been raised on the applications filed in the stage 1 of the generic top-level domain. The first one is the string confusion. Now, these is basically related to the strings that are confusingly similar. Then comes the legal rights and trademark objections. Now, these objections are very much important because you have to check whether you are violating or not a trademark right of another person. So the ICANN, with the collaboration of the WIPO, they have initiated a measure called trademark clearing houses. Now this body basically resolves the disputes in the trademark objections. So it prevents the costly litigation afterwards. Then comes the public interest objection. Now this basically involves the legal public norms. For example, you cannot use any abusive strings for applying a domain name. Then comes the community objections. Now this includes the opposition by a significant portion of the community. Now there are some other strategies too. For example, a company should be clear in its vision, what it is going to do in the future. For example, if a company is trying to engage its customer by the online platform, then that company should apply for a .brand. And a company should also have a clear vision about how they will going to use the generic top-level domains in future. and they just not go into the rush in filing their generic top-level domain just to make sure that they will not miss the opportunity. Now, the consumer behavior. Consumer behavior is another very important question, because no one knows how the consumer behavior will change, like how the consumer will easily accept or migrate from the .com site to a .brand site. So in our opinion, only the businesses whose products or whose brand names are more prone to counterfeiting, they should definitely apply for the .brand generic top-level domains in the next round. Now, in order to conclude my presentation, I would like to just point out that although the ICANN has announced the second round of application for the generic top-level domains, but also due to the pressure by the companies who are willing to apply in the second round, but however, the building momentum behind the second wave, before providing the resolution or the solution to the disputes that appear in the first round, it is pretty premature. And the exact timing for the next round, it should be based on the experiences gained and changes required after the completion of the current round. Also, the major issues also need to be resolved. For example, the issues of the objections, the contention, prioritization, and usage before going to a second round. So that's all from us, and thank you very much.
Yeah, Mr.